1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome back, besties. Vanessa's back, as you guys can see.
I miss you guys so much, honestly. It felt so odd knowing that you guys were filming without me. I was like, no.
Honestly, it was my first time filming without Vanessa, so it was a little weird, but I was super nervous.
Really?
Even Asal, I was so nervous when, like, why do you assume I don't want one?
Our butler's here.
Our butler's here, and he doesn't want to serve me alcohol.
Wine. You can't cut us off, babes.
Oh no, love. We're gonna have to do that intro again.
I wish I could talk in the accent so
Dude,
bad.
if you could just try it right now.
I need to practice. I can
try
develop it, right?
Sure.
If I practice?
No,
like,
yeah. I genuinely think so. What is this, whiskey?
For real, dude. Come on.
Fill it up.
Come on now.
Pour it up. Okay, did you see how Rihanna totally just tricked everybody thinking she was going to drop an album? It was one fucking song.
For the Black Panther movie?
Yeah.
Dude, it was ass.
I liked it.
It was ass.
But you know what? I feel like it matches my vibe lately. Like,
right now?
fucking, she was like, lift me up. And I was like, please. Like, that's what I need.
Dude, I'm so dead because
Thank you.
me and my sister were listening. Thank you, babe. Me and my sister were listening to it in the car, and she was like, cheers. And she was like, it was like midway song. And she was like, all right, you can change this shit.
Yeah, I feel like it matches me perfectly. That's why I can't. Are you a Taylor Swift fan?
No.
Okay.
I used to be back in the day when were her old stuff.
OG
but
shit?
not her new stuff. I honestly haven't given it a chance either. So
Okay, that makes sense. I'm a huge Swiftie.
Yeah.
But her last two albums are super like depressing and stuff. And this new album is kind of more of like, I'm coming up, I'm like figuring myself out. Like it was definitely a healing album.
Okay.
And I'm just not there yet.
Okay.
So I haven't listened to it.
You had to put it on hold.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm barely listening to Harry Styles' new album.
Oh, his new album?
Mm-hmm. I like to wait months to listen to music for some reason.
I don't really listen to those artists.
Okay, well you should because they're good. Well, I just love Taylor Swift, dude. I'm a fucking Swiftie.
I would vibe to her stuff back in the day, like 24/7. Like, Boy Broke My Heart in high school, Taylor Swift. Like,
dude, it's because it's not just that. Like any heartbreak, she just has a song for it.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And how do you do that? How do you know how every single person feels?
Right.
That's impossible.
And did you hear like her story of how like she came up like and when she was actually going to school, when she was like writing music and like people were like trash talk her from her school, like she was really hated.
What?
Because they just thought like she's like a wannabe, or until one of her songs like went viral.
Oh.
And then like her parents pulled her out of school and did homeschooling for her, and that's when like her career just like took off.
She's
like,
just really
crazy.
dedicated to the music.
Yeah, and I think she invited like her class to go watch her perform at the Grammys as like a
as a fuck you.
you guys talking shit about me that I was a wannabe, like what?
Dude, honestly, I always think of that. I would think of that when I was in high school. I'm like, I wonder if any person from here is gonna be famous someday.
Right?
'Cause
so far not for mine. Probably just me.
Yes. I love that. You're that girl.
We're getting there.
We're trying. We're trying.
Had a little setback, but we're gonna bounce back.
We're coming back. We're coming back. I don't want to be famous.
Me either. No, I've always said that. I'd rather be just like rich, not famous.
Yeah.
Because honestly, the number one thing that really just kills fame for me is just the fact that people. Like, not even that they'll talk shit online, because I feel like that's, like, you could just not get on the internet, but being in public, that's what, like, I see the way, like, famous people are, like, people run after them, like, yell at them, like, expect, like, pictures, and, like, and I imagine in the beginning it might be a little fun, but then, like, for the rest of your life, that just sounds really exhausting.
I just think that, like, whenever people talk about, I mean, I like to talk about it too, but I'm just gossiping to gossip, you know what I mean? I'm not invested. I'm just like chismeando at this point. Yeah. So people that are genuinely so dedicated into defending and loving this person, I'm like, dude, who gives a shit? Like, you don't even know them.
Know you.
I don't, they don't think about you.
I think we've talked about that in the past.
I think so.
Like, how do you get to a point where you're, like, obsessed with this artist who has no idea who you are, and it's just, like, music, or they just act, or whatever their talent is, and it's, like, and you become, like...
I feel like if I was famous, I would definitely interact constantly with my fans, just because I don't know, that's cool, because it makes you feel like a real person.
Yeah. No, I think I would too, but I don't know, that's just it's like a double-edged sword doing this podcast, because I'm always hoping it does well, but I always have like a little anxiety of it doing too well, where I'm like,
you're always just so talented.
I'm just like, dude, I just feel like everyone's gonna be obsessed and love me, and it's just like it's gonna be.
And
really
everybody
hard.
hates us.
Our
comments are all hate. Cancel the podcast.
No, for real. But you know what?
No, I love our fans because they're real. Like they're not.
No, they're not annoying.
Yeah, you guys are so cool and nice when you guys message us. So I'm like,
yeah.
oh, I love our fans.
Yeah, like some girl commented, oh, like, Bestie, where you been at? Like, because I wasn't on the episode, like on one of my pictures, and I just remembered I didn't respond, but I mentally responded, and I was just like, oh, like, you know, it's just like, you didn't have to do that, but you did.
I know, that's why too, I'm trying, like, I don't want to post in an influencer way.
Me either.
But maybe that's just our imposter syndrome, where we're like, we're not influencers, but
we're getting there.
Kind of getting there. But I want to keep my Instagram like not.
And I feel like I also want to keep my authenticity, because I feel like sometimes I've started recording myself sometimes, like like about to post something, like to share with my followers, but then I'll delete it. I'm like, oh no, like, it was too cringy, or it's too this, or it's too that, or I don't want people to do that. And it's just like I stop myself, like you said, like the imposter syndrome sets in. And then another thing I noticed is that I don't know why, for some reason I feel like I'm doing better now in the podcast, where my voice is saying like true to like how I speak normally.
Right, now you're a customer service
No,
voice?
not my customer service. Exactly. And I feel like sometimes that'll still happen to me on Instagram when I'll like film.
Oh, like when you post,
my customer service voice comes out, and I'm just like, oh, I don't.
What's your customer service voice? Like say like, oh, like, hello, how can I help you, or something like that.
Hey guys, okay, so like I'll be like more like, you know, it's just more like, and I'll just be like, dude, I don't talk like that.
I always wonder why I do that, because okay, this is my regular voice, right? Let me show you my customer service. Hi, how can I help you? Like, bitch, I don't even sound a little bit like that. Like, what the hell?
You sound like the voices in like in the kid games, like like a cash register voice or something.
Yes.
Like the kids game.
Great job. Like, I actually, when I was younger, I wanted to like. I've always wanted to be radio famous. Like, I wanted to make commercials for the radio.
See that.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, I love my voice and I love changing my voice. Yeah. I've always been jealous of people who can like imitate other people's voices, because that's so cool. So I was like, yeah, I want to be doing radio commercials.
Dude,
and
that'd
stuff
be
like
so
that.
dope.
That'd be tight. Hit me up, y'all.
Never too late.
I know. That's what.
Isn't there this platform called I forgot, but it's like this platform where you can take little jobs like that. Like people will pay you to do like I don't know, use your voice for something, or like little projects here and there, and they'll actually pay you.
That's what, like, I love. I just saw on TikTok the girl who does the you know how you can put audio when you type on your video?
Oh yeah, and they like introduce more voices now or something like that.
Oh yeah, I just saw that, but no, like the actual, like once you put like, oh, for your text to be read out loud in the video, that girl, she just posted herself. Yeah.
Oh, I saw that.
And I was like, damn, that's tight. Like, or like the girl who does Siri, like that's so random. How the fuck do you get that job?
Exactly.
I love it.
I can totally see your voice being one of the voices.
Thank you. I know. I want to be on cartoons and shit like that.
I'm gonna email TikTok corporate tomorrow. Send them your resume.
I'm going to email Nickelodeon so they can put me on their next cartoons. Before we continue, we are now going to shout out our sponsors at Manscaped.
We're finally escaping the heat, the leaves are changing, and the pumpkin spice is in the air. Some call it pumpkin spice season, but when it comes to my man, all I'm thinking about is fresh ball fall. Make sure his caramel apples are smooth and fresh with the help of our friends Manscaped. The leader in below-the-waist grooming is here to make sure to bring a smooth sensations to you and the man in your life. With 6 million individuals worldwide who trust Manscaped for their below-the-waist grooming, why would you choose anyone else? Get Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code BESTIES.
Especially now that it's coming fall, I know people are like, oh, you know, I don't have to shave anymore. I don't have to do anything. But you still want to be groomed because you don't want to get, you know, freaky.
Yes.
And all of a sudden it's a whole forest.
Guys, and it's like, honestly, it's cold season's coming. You're gonna be cuddling more often, under the blankets more often.
You don't want people to think you're willy-nillys in hibernation.
Yeah, and it's like, honestly, like, things get more freaky faster if you're always in bed and cuddling, you know, always want to be snuggled up. You have to be prepared. You got to be ready to go.
The Manscaped Platinum Package 4.0 has everything the man in your life needs to freshen up for fall. Whether you're gifting it to your man or using it on your bikini line, let's keep that bush tame with the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. Their package also includes the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold your goodies.
The Lawnmower 4.0 body trimmer and Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer feature proprietary advanced skin-safe technology to protect its delicate parts and holes. Both are waterproof so you can keep escaping even as the weather changes. In addition to shaving, you can now completely upgrade in shower routine with the Ultra Premium Body Wash and Ultra Premium 2-in-1 Shampoo plus Conditioner. It'll have his skin and hair feeling hydrated and smelling fresh. Say goodbye to stinky pits with the aluminum-free Ultra Premium Deodorant. It may not be pumpkin spice, but it's a cologne quality fragrance you'll love even more on him. The Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and Crop Reviver Ball Toner to make sure to his go-to smell is top shelf scent rather than the sweaty ball scent you have to deal with.
Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Platinum Package 4.0, the Manscaped Boxers, and the Shed Travel Bag. Both are specially made to hold your goodies. Get the Platinum Package this fall. These products are guaranteed to be hits for your dangly bits. Go to manscaped.com and get 20% off and free shipping with the code BESTIES. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com when you use the code BESTIES. Manscaped cleared out the leaves. It's your tree trunk's time to shine. Mm-hmm. And we now return to your regular scheduled programming.
I saw this TikTok where it's like, these 2 girls were doing like that one trend where they're like dancing in front of each other, and one of the girls was like, "Oh, friend that doesn't claim her Disney Channel like fame," and then the other friend was like, "Friend that also doesn't claim her Nickelodeon fame."
Yeah.
And everybody in the comments were like, "Who the fuck are you?" They were like, "I ain't never seen you guys before." Like, and that shit was so funny. I was like,
see, that's the kind of fame that I'm like, yo, this is gonna be embarrassing. I would literally be like, why did that just happen to me?
No, that's funny.
But to be fair, I'm sure there's some people that know who she is.
There was like 2 comments in that, people that recognize
2 comments in the 60,000 comments that were there.
Something.
I don't know. You have to go I think it's just harder now because of social media, but obviously you have to go through that to get to a higher point in life.
Oh, I'm assuming.
You know, you got to take those shitty jobs.
And also, like, I'm assuming, like, you have to go through like a lot of setbacks, you know, and like a lot of feelings of like, oh, I can't do it, or I'm not good enough. And I feel like the people that truly make it are the people that push through it. Like, even if it takes years, you know, a lot of people are not resilient. Like, they won't keep going.
Right.
And I feel like the people that do is the people that actually like make a big name for themselves. Yeah. Unless they're just like amazingly like talented and they just don't need to do anything.
I think it's just more of the confidence, because it takes a lot to be able to like sit back and be like, okay, I did this thing that's not great, and I'm still gonna try and go do something better or else. And to have that self-confidence, I feel like I have it now, but maybe if I would have done the podcast like maybe 2-3 years ago, I definitely wouldn't have handled it the way I handle it now. I think I would have been like, ew, why am I doing this? Or this is so weird. I would have definitely let like my friends or like, you know, just, people that are haters let their comments get to me.
Oh, seriously. I've actually had that same thought where it's like, if this would have been like high school me doing this, I would have already quit. Like, I would have already like, no.
I would have relived 13 reasons why. I would have been like, that's it. They said I have a fat ass. I'm done with this world. I love that show.
Wait, that was said about her in the show?
Yeah.
That she has a fat ass? Mm-hmm. And it was something that she... I'm sorry. I mean, to be fair, like, it's a serious matter. But
no, it's
just funny that it's like
that was like the first comment. But to be fair, he said you have a no. They made a list of like the nicest ass or something like that. I don't know. It was a while ago.
Okay, and her ass was on it. The last one.
Yeah, and then after that, she started getting harassed. So I get it.
So it's probably like the harassment that followed.
But if someone would have made a list in my high school and put me as number 1 with the fattest, cutest ass, I would have been like, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, why?
And isn't it so crazy? Like, that just makes me think about like how trends are constantly changing. Like, what, like back in the day when I was in high school, what was to be like a skinny Victoria's Secret model. Like that was cute.
Yeah.
And then eventually, the Kardashians came along, and then it was like super curvy, fat ass. That's what's cute. And it's just like, dude, it changes. Like that is what always like amazes me. Like the moment I realized that, I remember thinking like, wow, it's like we're really just being brainwashed in the sense of like beating ourselves up for not looking a certain way, when like a couple years from now, like it's gonna completely change. Like,
yeah. Like, I actually was just talking about that with my mom, because my mom was very, very, very thin when she was young. Like even when she was pregnant with me and my older brother, she was very, very thin.
Yeah.
And she's always like, oh, mis patas flacas and whatever. And I'm like, yeah, mom. But when you were thin and young, like that was in. Like it was in to be that thin and cute or whatever. Like I feel like when I was growing up, it was in to be super skinny,
right? Like a Victoria's Secret, like
yeah.
skinny.
And I was actually looking back at my old like pictures from Facebook and like high school and stuff, and I 100%, I promise you, I thought I was so fat.
Same.
And I cannot believe that I like look back at those pictures, and I cannot believe I would say those things about myself. And even just like I don't want to say I had an eating disorder, but I definitely definitely did.
No, yeah.
But like I think back and I'm like, why did I do that? Why did I think that of myself?
Or have you ever looked back on a pic that you used to hate, but looking back on it now, it's actually a really good picture?
Yeah, and I hate it because I'm like, why can't I just feel how I feel right now about that person?
Yeah.
Why couldn't I feel that then as I feel right now? Yeah. Like I'm watching it and I'm like, I remember what I felt like, and I'm like, why? Like I can't believe that and it's so crazy because body dysmorphia is so real.
It's crazy.
It's insane to me because especially now that I go to the gym like so much more, I feel like my body dysmorphia has gotten so much worse.
Really?
Because I think you're just never satisfied with how your body's looking. You're always striving for better, but when you feel like, at least me, when I feel a minor setback, I'm like, oh man, like look at you, look at yourself. Yeah, like go weigh yourself, Tubbs. And I'm like, no, like I don't want to be mean to myself, but it's so hard not to.
Yeah.
Especially at the gym, everybody's unintentionally you compare yourself to others.
Yeah.
Just naturally. And I've always had thinner friends than me. So even though I'm not like fat, and I've never, like I look back now and I'm like, wow, I was never fat. But I always saw people as way thinner than me.
Yeah. Especially being like more thick boned.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you and I are more like on the thicker bone side. Like at least our arms, like I noticed you and I have like thicker arms compared to
She said you
like,
and I.
No!
There's my 13th reason.
No, stop. Like in the sense that like we're thin, like we're not fat. But like if you look like a girl that's like a skinny, like Victoria's Secret model type of skinny, their arms are like kind of like the size of this fucking microphone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's literally like, and back in the day, I don't think me and you have fat arms. Like I don't. But I do think that some people have like more thicker looking arms and more like skinnier looking arms. And I remember back in the day, like that was one of like my biggest insecurities. Like I always had to wear like long sleeves or something because I was like,
gotcha.
I just felt like my arms were like super big compared to like thinner girls that they had like twig of arms, which is not bad. I'm just saying like, it was a different kind of like thin, I guess.
That's how I felt about my cheeks. That's why I got my cheeks done, because it was my biggest insecurity. Yeah. Because even when I lost weight, I would smile and I always had really big cheeks. And I still have it now, honestly, but they were way chubbier. Yeah. So when I got my cheeks done, I was like, this is it. Like, I'm going to love myself so much now. And then I just found something else to nitpick out.
Right? That's so crazy to me, but I relate, where it's like you move on to the next thing, and it's like you just really comes down to like acceptance. Yeah. And I feel like that's kind of like what I've been working towards, where it's like you said, there's always going to be something. So it's like I just really have to accept myself like this. And it's crazy because a lot of times when I think about, I don't like this about myself, I don't like that about myself, I'll always... Do you ever, before when you were like not married, did you ever look at yourself through men's eyes? Do you know what that means? Like, I was watching this video one time where this girl talks how a lot of women don't look at themselves through their own eyes. They look at themselves through what other men, specifically, like probably women too, but mostly men, how other men are looking at them. Where it's like, oh, like this man is probably looking at me and thinking like, oh, like her ass isn't fat enough, or like, you know what I mean, or like, oh, her boobs aren't like, they're too saggy, or like, they're not looking at themselves for who they are, how they look, what they bring to the table. They're looking at themselves through the way they imagine a man would look at them, and what a man would probably think they're lacking.
I get that, but I think I was always more concerned what girls were thinking about me.
Really?
Because I think I wanted to look a certain way, and when I would see girls that look that way, I was like, oh, they definitely think, oh, she's too fat, or she's probably this, she doesn't look like me. Yeah. Even though that's so narcissistic, because nobody's thinking about you the way you think people are thinking about you. Really, though,
because do you ever think about something like that?
No, never. I never look at someone and I'm like, ew. Like,
never.
But it's so, and I always think, I'm like, what? Why the fuck do I think? But then I go, I start debating with myself because I'm like, why the fuck do I think people are thinking about me? And I'm like, because you're so cute. And I'm like, but they're probably like judging you. So you're probably not that cute. And then I just like spiral in my head. I'm like, dude, chill. Like, stop being a narcissist right now.
No, literally, that's happened to me. Well, I feel like for me, I think I did struggle with that, with like what men think about me, because I feel like, I think you said, I don't know if it was you, did you say that comment one time, like you were raised by a TV or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, when you said that, I related like 1,000%, because I watched a lot of TV growing up and like a lot of shows, and it was always revolved around like the man and the girl, like the love story, you know, at least the kind of genre that I like to watch. And I really grew up with this idea. And especially having a mom who was a stay-at-home mom, who was just like with her kids and never had a career, never worked. Her whole life was devoted to like her children and her husband. Like, to me, that was what I saw that in movies, but I also saw that like in my own home, where it's like my dad could probably be telling me like, get a job as an architect or do something that brings money and don't depend on no man. But the example that I had and everything that I was like being like programmed was always just like, you have to get married, you have to find a man, you have to like, you know, find the love of your life and overcome something crazy, and then you'll be happily ever after. Yeah. And it's like, that was like my conditioning, like always, always, always. So it's like, growing up, like I literally always wanted like a boyfriend. Like I always wanted a boyfriend. I always wanted like that like romance. Like, you know, like I did good in school and stuff like that, but like that was never my priority. Like I could say like my priority.
I'm just here to look cute.
No, literally my priority was always like, oh my god, like I like this boy. Like oh my god, like I want him to be my boyfriend, or like things like that, you know. And when that girl said that in the video that, you know, a lot of women don't look at themselves through their own eyes, but like through what they think the male gaze is looking at them as, I'm like, oh my god, like kind of really like blew my mind, because I was like, dude, like my whole life that's been me. Like, do I look a certain way that's gonna attract a man, that's gonna, you know, make a man want to approach me or make him want to take me serious? And it's like, dude, it was all physical. I never not once stopped to think about what's my mind like, how do I carry myself, what do I bring to the table, like what kind of person am I around, like do I make a man feel like comfortable? Do I, you know, I never really thought like my mind or my personality or my values or my morals. Like I always just thought like physically, like how do I look for a man?
And I think too, because you had sisters, you didn't, I think that was me, that because I didn't have sisters, I really always craved that female connection. And so with boys, it was always like, I always kind of thought, okay, well, he doesn't like me, but someone else is going to. Yeah. So I think that's why I was so judgmental on myself, because I always saw these girls in school, and my mom never let me use makeup in high school. Like she was very much, even my hair, it took a while for her to even let me do my hair. Yeah. So once I started like doing a little mascara, and I would see other girls like with full blown makeup, I would be so jealous of them, and I would be like, man, they probably think I look so ugly because I'm not wearing makeup. So I didn't really think about, I obviously wanted the male attention. Yeah. But I think because I was always loud and obnoxious, I got attention. Yeah. I don't think I cared what kind of attention I got. I just wanted attention at the time. Yeah. But I think the validation, I always wanted it more from women. Yeah.
That's wild.
Especially because my mom tends to be a little judgy sometimes. Yeah. You know, and you want your mom to... Yeah. Whenever I wear something, my mom was like, that's ugly. I'm like... should I take it off? Now I'm like, okay, well, that you don't like it, I like it. To yourself. Yeah. But when I was younger, I would definitely want my mom to like everything that I was wearing. And if she didn't like it, I was like, oh, it's probably not cute because my mom doesn't like it.
Damn, that's wild.
And with my dad, it was more, he would be like, no te pongas ese short, está muy cortito. And I'd be like, I'm going to go get a shorter short then. Damn. Because I didn't like men telling me what to do. So I was like, ugh, get out of here.
That's wild. Just like different, like, just how different like our experiences like are growing up, the way we like viewed each other.
I've definitely been feeling the absence of a sister a lot lately. And especially because lately a lot of the movies I've been watching have been based around friendship. So I'm like, is there like is I feel like friendship is becoming very valued right now, especially in the women community. Because like I said, all the movies I've been watching are about women, and it's all about like the friends you need.
And not just that, but I feel like women are being better friends to each other also. Like I feel like I'm starting to see more thoughtfulness and awareness around friendships. Yeah. It's not just like, you know, low key, like a lot of, I feel like back in the day, maybe when we were younger, more naive, would be more dismissive of like, you know, low key hater energy or like just like letting things slide or not like being like vocal about things that bothered us or just being friends with people we actually really didn't like deep down. And I feel like women are having more like authentic friendships now, like at least like when I'm seeing like, or at least around me, you know, like I'm noticing that. So
I think it's nice because it's like I feel like it's just in general as like what's it called, not I don't want to say trend, but just pretty much like the healing.
Oh, for sure.
Society is definitely overpowering, and it's kind of like very much like protect your energy. So people are like, whoa, like you're overstepping right now, and I need to be in a zen space, so you're get the fuck out of here.
I definitely think it's a double-edged sword to that, though, for sure. Where it's like, I feel like I kind of felt trapped into that myself as well. Like when I first started like my healing journey, where it's like, I wanted to cut everybody off. Like, I wanted to just...
everybody's toxic.
Everybody's toxic. I hate everybody. Like, and that could come off as very, like, oh, like you've... Not that I was intentionally trying to be like, I'm better than you or, like, you know, anything like that. But it just... I kind of had to come to realization. It was like, yo, like, not everyone is, like, perfect. Not everyone's, like, healed. Like, mostly everyone's gonna have, like, their flaws, you know, their traumas, and you're gonna have to work with it with everybody, where it's like you're not gonna find a person. Obviously, I do think you can find more people aligned with you that are, like, probably more authentic and will probably treat you better. And if you have, like, really shitty friends, obviously drop them. But, like, in general, though, like, you're not really gonna find, I feel like, I guess I was just creating, like, this idea in my head of, like, oh,
like, I'm healing, so everybody needs to be healing.
Like, not like everyone has to, but like if you're not, like, then you're not good enough to be in my life, kind of like vibe. And then I really just had to kind of like take a step back for a while and be like, okay, like, you know, I am learning a lot and I am growing a lot, but like, what would Jesus do? Like, Jesus would not think like that, you know. Jesus would spread love, and he would, you know, and it's had to be like a lot of like just kind of going back and like really examining, like, okay, like, is this really working for me? Like, is it not? Like, am I taking it too far? Like, is this really not like the best way to go? I don't know. It's a lot, but.
And it's definitely a process, and I think that's fair too, because if you feel like you're in your healing era and this person that maybe isn't but is also draining you, I think it's okay to kind of take a step back.
For sure.
Without obviously being like, get the fuck out of here, you're draining
like,
me.
The worst person ever.
Yeah.
But so, you can feel it. Isn't it crazy how you can actually feel when you're around someone and they're actually draining you? Like,
oh my God.
You can actually feel it. Like,
and it's so scary because you're like, why am I upset right now? Yeah. And then you're like, wait, I just hang out with whatever his name is.
Yes. That's one of the craziest things that I've kind of like, this journey has kind of like made me be like aware of. Because like you said, I feel like before I had the awareness, I didn't understand. I just thought, like, oh, I'm having a bad day. Like, something's wrong with me, you know? But then now that I'm aware of, like, energy and, like, just being more, like, aware of, like, how people speak and carry themselves and just how they act around me. Yeah. Like, that can actually have an effect on me, and, like, how it actually makes you feel, like, just, like, shitty and just, like, damn. It's actually you. Like,
I'm actually perfect.
I actually don't want to be around you. Like, oh, my God.
But it's hard. I think it's just boundaries.
Yeah, for sure.
Learning to respect your own boundaries.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. Because I used to think like, oh, I'm going to tell, like, when I tell someone that they have to respect my boundaries, it's like, they have to stop doing this. But in reality, it's like, no, because you can't control someone. You can't make them stop doing something. It's like, you have to set the boundary. So, like, if someone's being really loud and you tell them, like, be quiet, please, like, for whatever, that's just a lame example, but, like, if they're still being loud and they're not it's not like, oh, you're not respecting my boundary. At that point, if your boundary is stop being loud and they don't stop, you have to walk away. Exactly. That's enforcing your boundary. Yes. And when I learned that, I was like mind blown, because I remember for a while I was like, man, it's like, nobody's respecting my boundaries.
Nobody's doing what I tell them.
I've told you like many times that this makes me feel this and this and that, but yeah, I was still there. Yeah. And then when I read that, I was like, oh my God, it's just crazy. Like, just how little things that you learn can really just, like, change.
And it's the most minor things. Right now, I'm working on forgiveness. I'm trying to work on
that's a big one.
Kind of moving on. But, because I don't want to cut everybody off, like you said. But I also feel like I'm in a one-sided fight. Because I think I'm holding on to all these things and I'm not being vocal about them.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to just be like, you know what? Like, if I'm not going to do anything about it and I'm not going to say anything, I need to forgive for my peace of mind.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to want to be okay with someone and then you talk to them and you just get angry again.
Yeah.
And you're like, you bitch, how could you not think about this?
Yeah.
XYZ. And then I'm over here like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So it's hard, but I haven't forgiven yet. I'm barely starting. I barely came to the decision that I'm going to become.
One day.
I know.
Hopefully. Every time lately when I hear the word forgiveness, I think of that Bad Bunny line where he's like, "Ya Dios me perdonó, solo faltas tú."
Oh my God.
But it's so funny. Like,
how do y'all know? How do y'all know God forgive you?
Oh, just to believe.
Dude, okay, speaking of God and the devil now that I came to mind. Sorry. The good always comes with the bad. I was at Horror Nights. And I went to Horror Nights. It was yesterday. What do you think about people going to Horror Nights by themselves?
I think they're better than me because I could never.
Because first of all, that's fucking scary. I think there's a lot of things you can do alone and some things that maybe you shouldn't do alone.
Dude, because like, I don't know.
I don't. Okay, so I was in line. It happened to me twice. And the first one was annoying because I fucking hate when people go to Horror Nights and they're like, that wasn't scary. Bitch, then why are you here? What are you doing? Like, what's...
They're trying to prove they're being bad.
It's so annoying. It's so annoying when people go somewhere where it's supposed to be scary and they're like, that wasn't even scary. Like, okay, then why'd you come? But anyways, that was the first guy. So I went into... It was the first, actually, maze that we went into, and it was the Blumhouse one. Or is it Blumhouse? Anyways, so the guy was like alone. And at first I thought he was with the party in front, but he was just walking around and he was like, And I was like, whoa, you're so cool. You're not scared, whatever. And then I went into the Halloween maze and this girl, and I think it was just creepy because twice I got behind her in a different maze and she was alone.
How old did they look?
Like not older than 30.
Okay, because I just had a thought right now, which could possibly explain that. You know how I worked at, I don't know if I told you that I was a scare actor in Six Flags for Horror Nights? Yeah. Not Horror Nights, whatever they call it. I forgot what they call it. I just realized right now that they actually, I don't know if Universal does this. I would imagine they would just because they're like a bigger like company, I guess. But they, at Six Flags, they actually... held like a contest to see what maze was the scariest, and they would never say who the judge was, but there would be a judge that would go through every maze one night, and I don't know what night they would do it, but you never know who it was and when it was coming, and then the winner would win a trophy. So imagine there were judges. I don't think so. There's no way. No, I really don't think so. No, I'm being judgmental right now, but believe me, they were not judges. I know they weren't. Yeah, I believe you.
It was just, the girl made me uncomfortable only because I was tripping balls. I was high off my ass. And the way she was walking like this. Oh, no. And I was like...
She was imagining she was in a movie.
I don't know. Maybe. I couldn't...
Main character.
Maybe I'm just being a bitch because you're right. I could never go to Halloween Horror Nights alone. I could do everything alone. I cannot do that.
No, I can't do anything alone.
Because she was being scared. Like, she was into it. Maybe she was a judge. I hope so, because I genuinely thought she was possessed. Just her facial expressions, and I was like, oh my God. But I'm sorry if you're watching this. I'm sorry. I was just...
No, but then also being high, like, kind of makes you overthink things.
Dude, I took 4 edibles.
What kind?
4. I don't know.
Dude, you're built different. I would have been in shambles.
I was having the best time ever. And I went into the clown maze, and I was like, I genuinely was like, woo. Like, I felt like I was in a movie or something.
Dude, I feel like that's like I feel like I'm that friend that when I go through a maze, only when I'm with friends though. I feel like if I was alone, I probably would get scared. but I'm always laughing. Like, I always turn it into a joke. Like, I can never take it serious. Like, if, like, a jump scare comes on, like, I scream, like, I'll, like, make a joke and laugh, like, immediately right after. Like, I just... Or, like, if I'm not scared, like, I'm going through the maze, or, like, I could see, like, an actor's, like, trying to scare me or something, like, I will make a joke. Like, I'm annoying. Like, I'll be like, oh, like, I'll just say
hell
something.
no.
And I'll just be laughing, and then, like, I'll make everybody laugh, and then I'll get everybody riled up to start, like, joking and laughing, and, like...
Oh, my God. Thank God I didn't go with
That's
you.
probably, like, my defense mechanism to, like, try not to be, like, too scared.
I think I tried to suspend. I feel like I'm very good at suspending my own reality.
Oh, you're like, I'm really about to.
Yeah, like I was like, I'm in this maze.
Murdered.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be scared. Like,
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, why wouldn't I be scared? This is what I paid for.
Yeah, I can't.
That's why, and even with movies, like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pretend this is all real right now because this is what I want to do right now.
Oh, wow.
And I think being high definitely aided in that. You know which maze was the best one, though? The Weeknd's.
Oh, really?
The Weeknd had a maze. Why? Who knows? But it was so good. I loved it. It was my favorite one.
Ooh.
It was cool because he made it, like, he incorporated his music. And I don't know if he incorporated his music videos, probably. I don't watch music videos, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was so sick. And it was scary.
Ooh.
I loved it. Shout out to The Weeknd because he killed it in that shit. And the line was insanely long, but I had the express pass, you know what I mean?
Y'all better get that pass.
No, yeah.
Next year.
Mm-hmm.
It's already over, huh? They already...
I think so. I think they do it till the 31st.
Okay, because I know, like... Wait, never mind, yeah.
Today's Dia de los Muertos. Today and tomorrow.
I've never celebrated that
no?
in my life. Do you guys celebrate that?
We were going to, but my mom got really sad, so we just didn't. But
is it something you guys normally do though?
No, last year was the first year that we did it, and I just think it's not like I wanted to make it a tradition, but I don't.
Not right now.
Yeah, maybe not right now, and I don't think we really know how, and I don't think we've kind of not accepted, but truly understood the importance of it.
Yeah.
So maybe just because from where we're from, like some people do it, but we just never did. So.
And your family, like other family, like grandma, nobody does it?
No.
Oh, okay.
My mom's dead.
Grandma's
dead.
Oh,
and I don't think she did it either.
You don't have any grandmas that are alive? Oh, shit.
Any grandmas or grandpas?
No?
Dads? No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, joking's my coping mechanism too. But yeah, shout out to Dia de los Muertos. If you celebrate it for us. Don't forget to put Hector's picture on your altar so he makes it from Coco.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't make it once.
Yeah. What's it called? Yeah, not thinking of it. My family doesn't celebrate that either. Is that like what part of Mexico is that? Like?
I think it's everywhere, but it's definitely more in the southern states.
Yeah, because I'm right on the border of California, so I don't think we.
Oh my God! You know what? Actually, let me clap. Okay, so it's in this town called Campeche.
Okay.
And it's part of the tradition to dig up your family members' bones and like clean them, like physically dig up the bones. And they put like a little box with like a white sheet and they like clean them and then they put them in the box. And I don't know if they dig them back in.
I'm assuming they put them back in.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't think I could emotionally do that.
No, it feels a little too traumatizing for me. But I imagine if that's what their lineage has been doing for years, it's like normal to them.
I think it's a Mayan tradition.
Yeah.
But because you have to wait, obviously, a few years. I think it was like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I imagine, like, all the skin and everything.
Yeah. I guess after 3 or 4 years, the only thing left is, like, hair, I think.
Oh, wow.
But I don't know. I mean...
They're probably going to make a wig. I'll make a wig.
Sorry.
I need it more than you do.
Oh, my God. No, I just think that's insane how there's so many different... I was thinking of that. I think it was on the way over here. I was like, Mexico is so huge that there's so many traditions that sometimes I get sad that we don't really hear from a lot of them.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a generic...
Does your family have one?
A tradition? No, actually, my family's not really big on traditions.
No.
But I know, like I said, like southern states and more, I guess traditional. Because my family's from the city. Like, we're not from a rancho or anything like that. Okay. So... It's definitely more like city vibes. I feel like I live like in the suburbs. Okay. Like part of Mexico.
Okay.
There's nothing like...
It's not giving.
You know what I mean? Like we don't really do much that's like, oh, this is a tradition.
Yeah. No, same. I don't have anything.
Yeah?
In my family. We don't do...
We're fake Mexicans.
We are. We're like rip-off.
Yeah, no. We're
knockoffs.
We're the fucking Walmart version.
Crocker version.
Oh Oh my
But it would
God.
be nice because I do look at those things and I'm like, oh, that's nice. Is it a Mexican tradition where they do something with like an escoba when they're like getting married?
Barrer sí, mijas.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. What do you mean?
No, isn't there like a tradition where like somebody like they jump a broom or something? Or is that like, no, I think that might be like an African American tradition actually.
What do you mean jump the broom?
I think I saw it in a Tyler Perry movie actually. Never mind. Never
but
mind.
what is it? What are you doing?
I think they jump over a broom when you're walking down the aisle or something like that.
Oh, I've heard of that. But I don't think that's Mexican.
No, yeah, I'm getting confused.
You know what I don't like? When they like make the guy go into your dress.
Yeah.
That's so uncomfortable.
And that's so awkward,
yeah.
bro. Like that everyone's looking.
I know. No. I made Alex put it in his pocket and I was like, don't stay down there for too long, man. Like that's awkward.
Like I'm sweating, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm running around all
I'm
day.
a virgin. I cannot be doing that.
I'm done.
I hate that.
That's just awkward.
Did you have a quinceañera?
I had a C16.
Oh, okay.
But not because I was trying to be like a white girl or anything, but it's because I refused to have a quinceañera because I was like, looking back now, it's upsetting that the only reason I didn't want to have one was because I just didn't want the attention of people looking at me. Do like the bars or like the dance.
Oh, so you didn't do any of that?
Well, I ended up doing it just to dance with like my dad, my mom, and I didn't have a vals or anything like that. But that's literally the only reason I wanted to have one. But I knew that it was gonna be something that was gonna happen. Even if I decided not to have a vals, I was still gonna have to do like some kind of like speech because I like all of my family's quinceañeras, like the parents and the quinceañera will like give a speech like, oh, like thank you for coming, like, you know, just a lot of things. And obviously the whole night the attention's on you. It's your birthday party, and I was just like deathly afraid of like people looking at me. Like I was really like I would just crumble with any kind of like attention.
Oh wow.
So I was really like, no.
So you didn't do like the muñeca or anything, cambio de zapato or anything like that? Yeah, I didn't do that either.
Dude, I literally was just like, I can't. So then after that, my mom, they actually planned me a surprise sweet 16. And in Mexico though. And they were like, okay, because my grandma was like, she's gonna regret it. And she's right. I would have regretted it. Like,
yeah,
I'm glad
but you had a
poofy
dress or no?
No, I had a dress that had an attachment that like looked semi-puffy, but at the end of the night I was able to take off the attachment and it was just like a short
Lizzie McGuire style?
Lizzie McGuire vibes, literally, yeah. So I was able to do that, and it was a really, really fun night actually. Like I had a really fun time, really good time celebrating. I didn't have anything because again I was still kind of like but I just did like the dance with like my parents, and I did end up giving like a just like a quick like thank you everybody.
Yeah, well you have to thank people. Everything went wrong in my quinceañera.
Really?
Yeah, like
what happened?
It was in December because my quinceañera got canceled.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was the only day in the entire month that it rained. And then my mom lost her voice, so she couldn't speak at all. My padrino had gotten food poisoning the night before, so he was like dying. He just went to the church and then he went home because he was so exhausted. And then I was late to my mass. Fucking extra. I'm extra, bro, and so is my mom. So we ended up getting like I didn't want chambelanes because I also didn't have that many like guy cousins or friends that I really wanted them in. So I ended up like hiring dancers. Okay. So the dancers all fucked up the dance. And I was pissed, but it was okay.
And they're professionals?
Professionals!
Oh, no.
I was so sad, but I also didn't give a fuck because I was like, whatever, this is like the most irrelevant part of the party. And then what else happened? You know what I did do though? I invited my boyfriend, my boyfriend and then my ex-boyfriend, and I was dancing with like both of them. I was like, I was a little hoochie.
Your boyfriend didn't say anything that your ex was there?
No, actually, now that I think of it, he didn't love me very much. So, to be fair, he probably didn't give a fuck. Dead. Yeah, but it was weird. It was a weird day, but I actually had a great time at my quinceañera. Yeah, I love my quinceañera. I was in Pasadena.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Invite us to your quinces.
It's gonna be real messy. If we go. No, it's fine.
I love quinceañeras.
I actually haven't been to one in a long time. So yes, if you guys invite me, I would be down to go.
I know we got invited once, remember? And we couldn't make it. We
had something to do. I forgot what we had to do.
Yeah. We didn't make it, but it's okay.
But if you're I like going to weddings. Invite me to a wedding. Or if anyone needs like a +1 to a wedding, just for funsies. I'll be down to go.
Freaking escort over here.
Dude, fuck it. You don't have to pay me. Just pay me with food. Would you ever be down to crash a wedding?
Yeah, I've crashed a few parties and they've been really awkward.
No.
Because there was nowhere to sit. So I walked in the middle of like the dance and we're all just like kind of standing behind the wall, but everyone saw us walk in. So it was just really awkward and we were like, and then the dance ended. Actually, I think it was a quinceañera, and then the dance ended and I went to the bar and I just started drinking and I was like, I don't give a fuck.
And what was it like? Where was that at? Like, what was...
It was in Mexico. I have no idea whose party it
was. Okay. So it was just like, okay.
Yeah, but it was very obvious that I was not invited.
You're like, everyone's staring at you.
I was like, is this chair taken? No? Okay, I'm just going to take it.
And you were like, what is that one saying where it's like, oh, nothing's going on here, guys. Go back to your festivities.
No, literally.
I'm just here for a drink.
Yeah. Fucking haters. Who cares if I showed up?
I'm dead. Like, you should be grateful I'm here.
No, literally. Really fun time. I made that party. Nah, I'm just kidding. I actually do wonder whose party it was. But I would crash a wedding.
I'm not going to lie. I've been told that several times, and I'm not trying to toot my horn, but I've been told that like when I show up to parties, I make them funner.
Whoa,
I know.
Love that.
So with that being said, if you want to invite me,
I'll say it again.
You know. And honestly, though, it's true, but I feel like that has like a dark origin to that.
Oh,
there's a dark origin to why I'm like that.
What do you mean?
Well, I feel
your villain origin story.
I just feel like growing up, like it was just very chaotic in my house, and like it was either I lighten the mood or I'm just gonna be depressed, bitch.
Oh.
And it's like I fucking have to lighten the mood or I'm going down.
Yeah.
And I refuse to go down, so I'm gonna be
the party.
I'm gonna be funny, bitch. I'm gonna be the party. I'm gonna be the reason why everybody's having a good time, because I'll be damned if it's like.
It's really awkward though going to a party that you weren't invited to, but it's also not fun. Has that happened to you? Because
like, why would I do this?
Yeah, I'm like, why did I even come? I wasn't even supposed to be here, and this shit is so whack. It's
That's
so
awkward.
No, it's so awkward because you pull up and you're like, okay, cool. It's a party.
Yeah.
Everyone's probably gonna be, having a good time. Yeah. And you show up and everyone's just kind of like, one, they're like, who the fuck is this bitch? And two, it's like, oh, okay, y'all not having fun here. Like, why did I even show up?
I've actually never crashed anything.
Really?
No,
we have to.
I'm down. I'd be down too.
Yo, if you're having a party, just drop the invite, and we won't even say if we're gonna go or not. No, and we're just gonna pull up. Oh my god!
And I'm gonna be like, oh, I know the groom.
I love crashing parties. Work. I'll tell you why, because they're not always shitty, and when they're fun, it's always like you pull up, and because like you said, like you're fun, you'll just click with the funnest funnest person at the party.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yes.
And do you think do you lie? Like, do you make up a story? Like, if someone asks you a question, like, who do you know? Or are you having fun? I don't know. Like, do you just make up, like, a whole fake identity? Like, do you just, like, lie?
I don't make up an identity, but I definitely make up an excuse as to why I'm there.
Okay, yeah.
They're like, why are you here? Oh, so-and-so invited me. Do you know them? You don't know them? Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, my God, that's a good one. Like,
fucking gaslight them?
Yeah. Like, you don't know.
Oh, my God, so weird.
Like, you don't know them? Wow. I'm surprised you were invited.
No, literally. You know what I used to do, though? I'm sorry. I used to steal little knickknacks from people's houses. Like, if I was at a party and I saw, like, something small, nothing crazy. Like, if I had, like, a little spoon.
Like the salero?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, if they had something cute, like, small like that, I would...
I poked my
I would steal that shit because I'm like, they're not going to notice.
Because you know how, like, I don't know why for some reason, one thing I've noticed about parties is, like, they always have to do some kind of weird salero. Like, we can, as a collective, we cannot just agree on one basic salero. Like, everyone has to have their own version, like, bougie, cool, like, as salero. Like,
you know what I hate?
Different.
When they put sal in the old hot sauce. Have you seen that?
No.
They do it in Mexico. I've seen it in Mexico. Like, it's usually the little stands. But so much humidity goes into them, and then the salt doesn't come out.
Wait, like a bottle? Like a glass bottle?
No, not a glass bottle. Like an old... Like a plastic bottle, but it used to be of a chile. Like, I know it was from a chile.
Of a chile? I'm confused. I'm not
like
following.
Like a hot sauce. I'm not like a...
The plastic bottles that look like the little...
Yeah. They're like skinny.
Okay.
And people throw salt in them, and I'm like, yo... This is weird.
You are choking later, like, what the fuck? My food's spicy.
That actually happened to me once.
No.
I drank a whole thing of chile.
Why?
I didn't chug it, but I just saw a cup and I went gulp, and it was chile. No.
Oh.
It was unintentional. That happened to me with tequila when I was a little girl too.
Oh my God.
I was drinking a Sprite. My uncle was drinking Sprite or a square with tequila. And I grabbed the wrong cup and I gulped it and I was like, yo, this is the nastiest shit I've ever had in my life. Like, And that's where my villain origin story started.
She was like, that wasn't that good, but I kind of wanted it again.
I'm like, why are my genes asking for this?
Do you remember the first time you got pregnant?
Pregnant? I do.
The first time you got drunk?
Yes, it was a Four Locos, and I got my ass beat. No, I didn't get my ass beat. But I was 13.
A Four Loco, bitch?
Mm-hmm.
That's like
so young.
The worst thing.
I didn't know what it was.
Who told you to drink that?
My cousin. I was my cousin's 18th birthday, and I was 13.
And back in the day, those were it.
Yeah, but it was so... And this is how my mom caught us, because at the time, me and my brother didn't really get along, and... we were fucked up, so we were dancing together. And my mom was like, what? Something's off.
Oh, like, why are they getting along too much? That's crazy.
And it was crazy because, you know how Four Locos kind of looks like soda?
Yeah.
All the youngsters were getting so fucked up, and the adults had no idea. Because, like, obviously it didn't look like anything.
Oh, it was a family party, too?
It was like a family friend party.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And that was
Y'all
the first time.
Bold.
I didn't know. I honestly was one of those things where I didn't know I was going to get drunk. I didn't even know what getting drunk was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was super young, so I didn't. It was an accident. Sorry, Mom.
Oh, my God. How did you feel afterwards? Did you wake up thinking, like, damn, I'm never going to do that again? Or it's like,
Yeah, I woke up thinking that, but because at the time, it was my mom would still hit me, so I was, like, sad. Scared. I was like, oh, my gosh, she's going to be so pissed. She didn't hit me that time, but I was very scared of my mom, so I was like, I'm not going to do it again. And then I did.
And you were like, it's actually pretty fun.
Yeah, I would sneak, like, my dad's tequila bottles, and then I would fill them up, like, after. Because no one in my family drinks, so no one knew.
So they're just there for decoration.
Yeah, literally. So I started drinking them.
I'm dead. One time my dad got a bottle of... What's that one bottle that was, like, trending for a while that everyone had that fucking bottle?
The Clase Azul?
No, it's like the long brown one.
Long brown Centenario?
No, it literally like it starts like this thick. Literally, it's like this thick, and then it goes up. And then
the Don Julio.
Yes, that. What is it? Don Julio. It just. It's like a long. It has a name.
It's like a special edition,
and it comes in a box.
Yeah. It's Don Julio though.
Yeah, and I remember my dad bought like 2 just cause like I don't know, bitch. Everyone fucking had them, but. Again, my dad doesn't really drink tequila. He just had them there for like fucking decoration. So one night my sister had a party and she drank one full one and she filled it with water. Dude, my dad didn't notice for like months.
No, yeah.
Months. He did not notice until one day we had a family party and he took it out.
He's like, let me bust out the good shit.
No, for real, bro. And he was about to like start pouring shots and my sister had to tell him because she didn't want to embarrass him either.
Yeah.
Like, my sister
oh my God. Like, was it your older sister?
No, the one that comes after me. The third, yeah. She was like, Dad.
Badass little girl.
Yeah. She was like, honestly, Dad.
No, to easy to get drunk because my dad would buy them because when we had parties, my uncles would drink them.
Yeah.
But there was always left over.
Okay.
And then, so nobody would touch them until the next party.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, perfect. I could probably drink it, fill it up, and then replace it by the time.
And even if you put a little bit of water, like, it won't make that much of a difference.
Really?
No, it
I don't think I ever tried it, like, to actually drink it afterwards.
It's so strong. Like, you could get away with a certain amount before the flavor actually starts changing.
I actually truly believe that, like, Mama Por Dios in restaurants like that water down their alcohol.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Because I had a cousin who went once and she said that they were drinking and that she just wasn't getting that fucked up.
Low-key, when we went, we got fucked up, remember?
We didn't go to Mama Por Dios though. We went to
we went to Calaveras.
Yeah.
We got fucked up there.
We did get fucked up.
Those drinks were good.
They were bomb.
Sponsored.
I actually do love Calaveras. I went for my friend's birthday the other day.
Oh, you did?
It's fun, yeah.
It's a dope vibe.
It's a vibe. Yeah. Every single table around us was there for a birthday. Oh. They sing happy birthday like 100 times.
I'm sure they're sick of it.
I know, right?
They're like, look, we're going to sing one song for everybody in the room.
Stand up if it's your birthday.
Oh my God, talking about standing up. Have you seen those TikToks where it's like, first time I'm bringing my boyfriend over for dinner, pranking him.
Oh my
singing the Pledge of Allegiance. Yes. Dude, I was like, bro, I'm going to do that. Like, I already told myself, like, whenever I get a boyfriend again, bitch, I'm gonna like bring them around you guys, and we're gonna do that.
That
is
like so hilarious.
And we're gonna fucking pretend, dude. I was cracking the fuck up.
My friend actually, she just that night she introduced us. That's so funny that you even mentioned it, because I was talking about it with my friend earlier, because we were like, dude, we should have done that to our friend's boyfriend, because he had never hung out with us. Like it was our first time, so I was like, that would have been so funny. Dude, unless he saw the video, in which case,
how the fuck do people think of these ideas?
I know.
Like honestly, like funny as fuck. Like for like.
Dude, people are so funny. Like, I wish you would, like, I wish people didn't get that mad at pranks, because I think pranking is so hilarious.
Honestly.
Y'all down?
I'm down.
We should prank the friends, the IE friends.
Oh, we should.
That would be funny.
But too bad so edits this.
He doesn't have to know, though. We can just let it, like, sit in for a little while, and
we could just talk about it in our personal.
Yes, because I knew this guy, and he said that his mom would prank his dad or his stepdad, and that he one time he would get up early for work, and she sewed his clothes onto the sheet while he was sleeping. When he tried to get up, that he couldn't like physically get up. I was like, that's genius. Like, who thinks of that?
Do you ever think like there's no more ideas? Like everything's been thought of. Like there's possibly not one more thing that could ever be thought of that's funny or anything, and then somebody thinks some shit like that, and I'm like, what the fuck?
That's how I feel when I'm funny. I'm like, damn, that was a good one, Steph. No one's ever said that before.
Or like when you make like a group of people like laugh unexpectedly, like you were not trying to be funny.
Yes,
but you just make
and
them
you're
laugh.
Just like in your head, you're just kind of like,
that's right, bitch.
There was more where that came from, baby.
No, literally. Yeah.
I know, but I think like I used to love watching what is it, Pranked?
Yeah.
Or what is it when Ashton Kutcher?
Ashton Kutcher.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's called? No, it's called Punked.
Punked.
They're hilarious.
It was good.
Idiots never saw it coming.
Or even like Jackass, you know how they had little segments where they would do like little pranks on each other too?
Oh my god, yes. Did you ever watch
those were brutal, but they're good too.
No, dude, those were so scary.
They were wild. I would still want to do them though.
Did you ever watch Impractical Jokers?
I think I've seen like very few. I don't remember though.
Those are pretty funny too, but we should try and do something like that too.
Did you ever see the Jackass episode where they all got into like the back of a truck? It looked like a U-Haul where like when you like fill it up with like all your shit.
And roller skates?
Yes!
Oh
dude,
my
they were roller skating and they were driving around all reckless, and then they had roller skates on, so they were all being thrown around all over the place.
That shit is so funny.
I want to try that so bad.
Where we were just gonna rent a U-Haul?
Right? And then we just go to at night in the middle of like probably 2, 3 in the morning, make sure the parking lot's
empty. We're all cracked out.
Dude,
the person's still driving, everyone in the back is passed out from
honestly, the only thing that would worry me about that is breaking something.
I've never broken a bone.
Me either.
That's for the weak.
I amen, sister. I've never broken anything either. The only thing that I have is a nail from like my toe.
Oh my god.
And my whole nail fell off.
Dude, that happened to me once for being a fucking brat.
What happened?
I was super young, and I had just gotten like the wooden heels.
Okay.
And I was like 9 probably. And I felt so cute in them. And I told my brother, I was at Pollo Loco. I remember we were eating outside, and I told my brother, like, oh, bring me a high C fruit punch. Bring me fucking Dr. Pepper. So I got pissed, and I like got up and I like grabbed the door, and I just like pulled it open, and my whole nail ripped off because I guess like my toe got stuck in it, and it ripped my entire toenail off. And I started screaming bloody murder. Like it was so, I remember that so vividly because it was so painful.
Wait, it was open-toed heel?
Yeah, it was like an open-toed shoe. So I was like this, and so like my foot was here, and I opened the door, and it ripped just it off. Yeah. It was so painful. That's the only time my nail's fallen off.
Same. No, mine, I was using a bucket to take water out of a pool, and then I dropped the bucket. And it felt my toe, and it felt like right like at the tip, like right here, and then it just started getting purple, and then like over the days it all turned purple, like black, and then it just fell off.
That's the worst. Yeah. It's so embarrassing too. Yeah. It's just a nub.
Yeah, I was just like, bro, like am I gonna get my toe amputated?
I didn't know for like, I thought at the time that it was never gonna grow back. I thought I just wasn't gonna have a toenail because I was little and stupid. Like when I was little, I thought I was gonna grow a penis.
Oh,
I was like, no, it's in there. It just hasn't grown out.
It's a little delayed.
Yeah.
Shy.
I'd be like, no, it's coming. Y'all just wait for it.
Imagine you believed it so hard it actually started coming. Like,
imagine like I made it. I had a freaking elongated clitoris.
Wait, but isn't that a thing where some people have both?
Yeah, they're called hermaphrodite. Yeah.
Wait, wasn't it like a myth? Like a myth? No, like a.
Isn't that like an urban legend?
Oh, no, a rumor going on that Lady
Gaga was a hermaphrodite.
Yeah, I remember when that was the thing. I was like, what? Like, there's no way.
I was like, who gives a shit?
I was like, why are people lying on my girl? I was like, she would never.
Are you a Lady Gaga fan?
No, but back in the day, I was just like, how mean.
I think only one works though. Like it's one's like a dominant, and I don't think you have like actually I don't even know. Honestly, I can't even say.
Yeah, just to like stick out of the vagina, like, or is the clitoris a penis? So it's like a vagina and the clitoris
isn't
is
technically the clitoris a penis?
That's what I'm saying. Would it be like hanging out from the top?
Do you have balls?
Right? Like, it's
and where are the balls?
So many questions here. Like,
I don't know.
Right,
we
guys,
definitely should be taught
if
more.
If you're one of those, please comment down.
One of those, you're fucked up.
Send us in a picture, please.
Okay, just asking for nudes from our fans. I promise
I will not leak it.
They're gonna be like, Google that shit, dog.
For research purposes.
I think it's that though. That one's like more dominant, so then you can just get surgery and get it like the other one removed.
I imagine how it feels. I'm honestly curious.
It probably causes some sort of identity crisis.
Identity crisis for sure. But I mean, like, I wonder how it feels though. Like, if you have sex, like, I imagine there must be someone out there that accepts it as like it's like
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, one is obviously. Oh my god, we're gonna get so canceled for this.
Like dominant, you think?
Yeah. Like one works, and one is just kind of like it's just like a malformation. It's not necessarily that you physically have like a full on dick and balls.
Oh, see, that's where I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking that there was two functioning. Like,
no,
vagina, and it was both functioning, and they both felt really good. So I was like, damn. No, I was literally thinking like, damn, that's like double the pleasure. Like that must feel amazing.
I don't think so. I think there's one that's like a dominant, and I'm sure it has to do too with like physical.
Yeah.
Of how you like obviously if you're a hermaphrodite, but you're like vagina's the one that's functioning, that you have more of female characteristics.
Gotcha.
I'm assuming. I honestly don't know.
Damn. Because imagine feeling like double pleasure.
Imagine feeling pleasure at all.
You're like,
I'm all depressed.
Like, I don't feel anything.
Dude, that's crazy though. Sex is weird.
Honestly.
Because you just be feeling random, and then, you do weird shit, and then you're like, why did I do that? And then you're like,
yeah, talking about why I do that, you guys. We went to the Me Too event. I don't know if you guys follow us on socials. You guys saw that we were at the 10-year anniversary of Me Too, which was really fun. It was a really fun event. And at the end of the night, of course, I was on a good one. Everyone was, and we're waiting for our ride home. And this lovely gentleman was sitting next to me, and I don't know, we just started talking. We're just waiting for our ride, and he was just going on and on about random things, and then he out of nowhere he was like, oh, I'm Puerto Rican, and I was like, oh, cool, like, and he was like, have you ever made out with a Puerto Rican guy before? And I was like, no, I haven't. Guys, keep in mind, I was already, but like, I was done, like, I was already drunk.
She was holding her shit down though. I had no idea she was blacked out.
Dude, I told her the next day, like, I don't remember a lot of things. I was even surprised. Like,
you're so normal.
Thank you. That means a lot. Because I'm very self-conscious about that.
No, dude, you're literally so normal and chill. Like, you weren't being weird or, like,
oh my
annoying
God,
at all.
Thank you. I literally, the next morning, I was, like, trying not to nitpick everything that you do remember because you're going to go insane.
No. Like, literally, you were being... Honestly, I had so much fun that night.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
okay, good. So, I was literally, like, fuck. I was already drunk. And then he was like, do you want to make out? And I was like, okay. And we made out, you guys. And he was a good kisser. But that was just, I'm not going to lie, he was making me cringe a little bit for. But, when you're fucked up, you just don't care.
You're so lucky I didn't see that. I would have taken a picture. I love recording my friends doing dumb shit. It's so hilarious.
I would have loved to look back on
yeah,
that.
Like, I would have probably, like, been like, hey, like, selfie to that shit.
And I do remember, you guys, like, I the thought did go through my mind, like, oh, I haven't made out with anyone in a really long time. Like, just for funsies, making out is fun. And I really just, he really said, like, oh, have you ever made out with a Puerto Rican guy? Like, it was going to be the best shit ever. So I was like, fuck it. Like, why not? It's been a minute. Never made out
big old lips.
They were good size. Not, like, fat, but they were, like, they were not, like, thin.
Does that matter to you? Like, do you care about that?
I guess it wouldn't be like a deal breaker. Like if I'm feeling you and like we're vibing, like that's fine. But if I could choose, of course I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Just because I have made out with someone that has thin lips, like no hate to like my thin lip dudes, you know, got love for y'all, but it does kind of just feel a little like just not, you know, it feels like I'm making out more with like an upper lip than like a lip.
Dude, kissing bad kissers is the most awkward thing on the entire actual planet. I've
actually told the guy he's a bad kisser to his face.
Oh my God, no way.
But that was me getting revenge though, because he broke my heart in high school. And then I had a chance of making out with him like when I was in college.
Yeah.
And then that was my payback for him breaking my heart.
And you're all, that's it?
No, I literally, as soon as we were done, I just looked him dead in the face and I was like, you're actually a bad kisser. Like I told him. And his voice cracked when he said, what? His voice cracked.
Oh my God. And
I was like, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
like,
that was so bad.
I was like, yeah, dude, that was bad. And he was like, what? He was like, his voice kept going higher and higher every time he said what. And he was like, no, I'm not. And I was like, well.
No, I'm not. I practice at home.
He was like, you're practicing with my bear. And I was like, yeah, okay, well, have a good night. I literally just walked away. And I never spoke to him again.
I had a boyfriend. I broke up with him because he was such a bad kisser.
Honestly, it's valid.
Yeah.
It's just very awkward.
I'm sorry.
Guys, practice, please.
Practice
with your homies. Like,
I used to practice. I'm not even going to lie. I used to practice on my wall.
That's valid.
But not like making out. But I would do this. Like I would put on lip gloss and I would just like kiss the wall and I'd be like, is that how you do it?
Does that feel right?
Yeah. And I'm like, is that what it's going to feel like when I kiss someone else?
Dude, low key, the first time I ever made out with someone, I was really nervous to do it because I knew it was my first like make out session and I was really like deathly afraid. So bad to the point like we were feeling each other, you know, we're hugging each other and like he was like whispering things in my ear and we were at a party and like, you know, it was fun. And how old was I? I made out really late. I think I was like 15, like the first time I made out with someone. I wasn't someone that was like, I didn't put myself out there like that a lot. And then I was at a party and like we were like, he was like, you know, we were feeling each other, hugging, like filling each other up, like just like, you know, I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then at one point like we went outside to the front yard. I forgot for what. But when we were walking outside, he started like pulling me closer and I knew he like wanted to make out with me. Bro, there was like this huge like fat tree like in the center of the lawn in the front of the house. Why the fuck did I start running around the tree? So he fucking wouldn't grab me. Like I got like when he pulled me close, I instantly started freaking out because I was like, oh my God, like this is it. Like he's gonna want to make out with me. Like I don't fucking know how. And like I was so afraid of like being terrible at it.
Yeah.
So like I just started running around the tree and he was fucking chasing me like a little fucking kid, bro.
That is so cute though.
Dude, no. I was cringing in my head. I was like, bro, no.
No,
like,
you know what's fucking cringe? Look, lean in to kiss me.
No, you did that.
That like denying someone's kiss is so awkward because you're just kind of like, bro, where do we go from here?
That to me, I would cry.
I hate it. Like, bitch, don't kiss me. It's so awkward because then they're literally like,
even I feel awkward right now.
That's what
I was
saying.
Like, damn. Like,
no,
I wasn't really trying to kiss you.
Exactly. You're kind of like, oh, my bad.
I'm sorry if you guys ever gone through that.
It's so uncomfortable.
I'm so sorry.
Read the room, y'all. You can tell when someone wants to kiss you.
That's true. You can tell when someone does it. But anyways, he eventually caught up to me. And we did. I had to stop running after like 10 minutes. I was getting tired.
Damn, bitch. She ran a whole mile.
I was down the street already. No, eventually, yeah, he did catch up to me. And I didn't run for that long, guys. And then, yeah, we made out. And I actually don't think I did that bad.
No.
I knew I wasn't like fucking amazing. But I didn't feel like it was terrible. You know what I mean? I feel like you could tell. I mean, I'm assuming like if I went bad, I would have felt like, damn, that was terrible. But the flow felt okay.
No, I definitely
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I didn't feel like I was awkward. You know?
That makes sense.
I felt like it was flowing properly. So
I
was like, okay.
I think that's what's key to kissing. If it doesn't flow, if you're just kind of like, oh.
What way? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I feel like the tongue ratio was okay. Like, I don't think I was doing too much, you know? So I was like, okay, like, I felt like I did a good job. And then eventually later, he became my boyfriend. Like, I came clean, and like, I told him, like, actually, like, you're my boyfriend. And I was like, I asked him, like, did I do bad? He was like, oh, I didn't even notice.
Y'all rate me.
No, literally.
The fact that we used to be on Facebook, rate me. Oh my God. Why did we do that? Like, why did we put ourselves? No one even honestly rated. And when they did, when it was like, TBH, you're like a 4, I'd be like,
he really was serving
yeah, that's
delete.
up.
block. No, literally. And he actually told me, he was like, oh, really? He's like, I didn't really notice. Like,
yeah, I think that's usually how it goes.
And I was like, oh, that meant a lot to me.
Yeah, I'm so good at kissing. It's crazy.
I'm the best, honestly.
Dude, one time my mom caught me making out with my boyfriend at the time, and it was so awkward. Because she watched me make out because
before she said anything?
She wanted me to notice her. So she was literally like,
no.
And it was the worst. Let me tell you guys what happened. So this is my junior year boyfriend. Shout out to him. Hope you're doing good.
Wait, where were you guys at?
At my friend's house.
And she
okay, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened. So I was dating this guy, and obviously my mom was really strict, so she didn't let me do anything. So I told my mom, hey mom, like I need to go to my friend's house because I need to do homework, and she has a printer, some bullshit, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And oh my God, I totally forgot about this. And so at the time she was dating a senior, and it was like around prom time. So she let me hang out at her house with my boyfriend while she went to the mall to get her stuff for prom because she was going to go to prom with him. Tell me why she fucking runs into my mom at the mall. And my mom's like, where's Stephanie? And she's like, oh, well, it's because she stayed at my house doing her homework. And so my mom was like, this is weird. Yeah. But even then, like, it was totally fine. And my phone had died, so I left my phone charging. She lives in an apartment complex. I left my phone charging inside, and I was outside of the door, like, outside of her front door, like, hardcore making out with my boyfriend. And her dad ends up opening the door, and like obviously we're like, oh shit, and he's like, hey, sorry, your mom's calling. No. And right when he said that, I turned to the street, and my mom's like in the car like watching me. I wanted to die. I was literally like, trágame tierra, like, why is this happening to me right now? It was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing.
And what happened?
She fucking went off.
Oh my God.
She was so, that time, like, she was like, le voy a decir a tu papá. And I was like, no, mom, please, anything but that.
Dude, I had a similar situation happen to me with that first boyfriend I just told you about. Well, I was 15 and he was low-key older. He was 19. So, you know, he asked for permission to be my boyfriend. You know, he did it the right way.
Aww.
Yeah, so he was really respectful. You know, I had a curfew, One time we had a family party and he went over, and, you know, Hispanics, they get all fucked up and drunk. So, like, and I was already a teenager, so, like, my parents weren't, like, looking at me or, like, what I was doing or anything. Yeah. So I remember one time, well, that same day, we fucking went to, he was like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And I was already drunk, so I followed him to the bathroom. And he was like, no, girl, like, stay out here, bitch. Like, your mom and your family's in the backyard. Like, we're not about to go into the bathroom together. And I was like, fuck, like, okay.
You're all horny?
No, literally, bro, literally. And then I was like, God. Okay, fine. But my dumbass waited for him outside of the bathroom, and it's like, this is the door of the bathroom, and this is the door to my cousin's room, and the door was wide open. It was dark in there, and like her big bed and everything. Girl, hey. And when he came out, I just pulled him into the room, and I didn't like, and he was already drunk too, you know, but he was like, as more clear to him, but obviously, you know, he's a guy at the end of the day, and his dick got hard, and bitch, I was fucking horny, so like, I pulled him into the room, and I closed the door, and bitch, we just like fell in the bed, and, you know, we started like getting freaky and shit, not to have sex because we had never had sex before. It was like barely like in the beginning of the relationship. And but we were like doing stuff, and like my shirt was completely off, my bra was off and everything. And then my mom starts banging on the door.
Oh my God.
She starts banging on the door, and I'm like, fuck, because like I said, like, he is older than me, and you know, my parents like had this idea of him in their head or whatever. And like, I immediately like throw my shirt on and everything, but obviously like we were both fucked up, so it did take a while for me to like find my bra. Like, it was dark in there, and like back in that time, my fucking cousin didn't have like a normal light. We just like flipped the switch on. It was like one of those that you have to connect, like the fucking like pole lights, so we couldn't even turn the light on. Like it was just a whole mess. So it took a while for me to find like my bra and my shirt to like put it on. And by the time we came out, my mom was just standing right there. And, dude, as soon as we opened the door, my mom just started fucking lecturing the fuck out of both of us.
At least, mom would have beat my ass, dude.
Dude, lecturing the fuck out of both of us. And then, like, she eventually, like, directed, like, her anger towards him, being like, oh, like, you know, like, you're older and, like, you should, like, all this stuff. Bro, he started crying. And I was just like, bro, like, I started laughing. Like,
no, dude, men crying, like,
it's like the worst thing for me, like, personally. Like, I just think
that's not a scenario where you should cry.
I don't know how to deal with that. Like, I did not know how to deal with that. I was just like, bro, shut the fuck up. Please stop crying right now. Like, please. Like, it's not.
Oh my God.
I was like, it's not that serious. Like, we're going to be okay.
Yo,
like,
why are you crying?
No, on God. Like, I'm the one that's about to go home and, like, I'm the one that have to deal with it. Like, not you. Like,
oh my God.
And he started crying. And then I know why he started crying. It's because he doesn't know. His mom was like never there for him growing up, so like he doesn't speak. He didn't speak to his mom like at all. Like I think like he hadn't seen his mom in years, and his dad
getting lectured.
Yeah, and then his dad was like in and out of his life, but he did see his dad more than like he ever saw his mom, and he actually.
How much older was he than you?
4 years.
What the fuck, bro? If a fucking grown ass man is crying in front of me, I'd be like, yo,
dude. I think that's how I was cringing because like I just not that he was older than me, like. In general, I just didn't know how to deal. Like, he was my first boyfriend. You're, like, way older than me. And you're crying. Like, I'm laughing, bitch. Like, I'm not even crying. Like, it was just, like, what the fuck is going on? But to be fair,
maybe he was in his feels. He was drunk.
No, it was. Because his dad was in and out of his life. And then, so he practically didn't grow up with parents. He actually went to go live with his best friend's house for a very young age.
How are you airing all his shit
I know. I'm not saying names. But anyway, so basically, like, he grew up with his best friend's parents, like, and his best friend. So, like, he calls his best friend brother, and, like, his best friend's parents are, like...
He's gonna watch this and hate you forever.
If he ever does. I don't know. He actually never had social media, so maybe that hasn't changed, hopefully. But anyway, and, dude, and so I genuinely think he cried because, like, he felt like he was a part of our family. Aww. So I felt like just like I feel like he disappointed my parents and like
oh, that's so sweet.
And I just feel like he just felt like damn.
But also fucking predator. How old were you?
I was 15. Turning 16 though.
Predator, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So it was but honestly it wasn't he was actually best friends with my sister's boyfriend at the time. So that's how I met him. So like the thing is though is that we didn't date, like, off the bat. Like, as soon as we met, it was, like, my mom was the type to be, like, to my sister, if you want to go out with your boyfriend, Vanessa has to go, or you don't go anywhere. So, every time my sister wanted to go out with her boyfriend, I had to take third wheel, but I would be pissed, and I would tell Stephanie, I'm sorry, but I'm not going. And then Stephanie would be like, bro, like, but if you don't go, I can't go. And she'd be like, I want to hang out with my boyfriend. I'd be like, I don't give a fuck, bitch. I'm not going to third wheel. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
she's like, don't worry. Bad. I know how to fix this.
And yeah, so then she would be like, okay, like, David's going to bring, like, his best friend. Like, and you guys could just hang out. And we did, and it was strictly, like, just, like, cool, like, friends. Like, it was never, like, weird until they started sucking on them titties. Until one night it did.
How old, like, do you think it's, how old... What's the age gap that you think you're like, okay, this is kind of appropriate?
I just think, honestly, it depends. To be completely honest, for me personally, I think it's more of like, I have to know how that guy thinks and carries himself. Because when I think back...
But, okay, like, because your youngest sister's 16, right?
17.
17? Okay, think of her dating a 21-year-old. How would that make you feel, like, as a sister?
Look, when I was 15 dating Giovanni, he was 19. Probably.
They're name dropping now.
Oh fuck, beep that out. So, he was actually going on to 20. He was very respectful. He never. Wait, let me just finish. He never forced me to do anything that I didn't want to do. Everything that we ever did, it was always initiated by me. Like, it was never like, oh, like, you know what I mean? I know that he was older. But I also feel like men, even though they're like their number says like 20 or 19, I genuinely feel like they think like way younger than their actual age. Like just in general, like most men that I've met, I feel like it's rare for me to meet a guy that is like 27 or 26 and I think, oh, like you think like a grown man. Like 90% of the time, I'm always like, you're a fucking idiot, dude. Like, you literally think like a child. And I'm not saying that's an excuse, but I'm just saying, like, I kind of see why, like, men like that or that age gravitate towards, like, younger women. Because I feel like women their age are not attracted to them. Because
100%.
Because they're just like, dude, you're a child.
100%.
You know, like, women actually are mature and they actually, like, think their age, you know? And, like, because we have to grow up faster, but, like, men don't have that.
But do you ever think that that's why? Because, like, I'm sure when you were dating him, you were like, oh, I'm so much older. Like, I'm so much more mature for my age.
Honestly, at the time, yeah, I did think, oh, I'm very mature. I don't act like a 15-year-old.
Yeah. But if you really think about it, you probably did.
I probably did.
Yeah, because I always think of them like girls who say like, "Oh, I'm mature for my age." I'm like, "Baby girl, are you, or did somebody just convince you of that to make that relationship okay?"
That part. But honestly, yeah, I think definitely it,
because it's different if you're 20 and 24.
Oh yeah, for sure. You
know, 20 and 16, like, baby girl, you've been out of high school for how many years? Why are you dating a high schooler? Like, that's pretty weird to me.
But you know what? I will say this, thinking back on the relationship that I had with this guy, I personally don't, there was no red flags where it's like, this is weird. Like, this is not
like, he
right.
never made you uncomfortable?
Never made me uncomfortable. And the thing is that
he's so weird.
He always respected, like, my curfews.
Fuck yeah, Giovanni.
Dude, even...
Pedo.
Right? Even when he respected, like, my curfews, like, all the dates we always had were, like, respectful. Like, he was just always very respectful. Like, yeah. And that was always, like, I don't know, that really stood out to me always. Mm-hmm. I never felt like this is like weird or like he made me feel uncomfortable. Yeah. He was always very like talkative with my parents, always very involved. Like when a lot of times my parents wouldn't let me go out, so he would always be like, that's fine, like I'll go to your house, and he would come and he would be like the kind of boyfriend that would be talking to my parents, or like my mom would be cooking and he would be in there talking to her while she was cooking, or like my dad would be watching soccer and he'd go like sit with my dad and talk about the soccer game. So he was that kind of like super lovely, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It wasn't just like, I'm trying to get in your pants, bitch. And like, I know. You know what I mean? Like that kind of like relationship. I feel like I felt safe.
It's until once you get older, I think.
that you think back.
Yeah, you think back and you're like, that's so weird. Because my goddaughter is going to be, she's 14 now. And I think back to when I was 14 and the things that I was doing and like the kind of guys that would try to talk to me and be like, dude, like I'm a baby. I'm a literal baby.
And I see those and I'm just like, damn. Like, that's why I'm like, damn. I do think there are a few exceptions, and I know that sounds probably wrong, but I think that's just because of my personal experience that I had when I was 15 and he was 19. Which obviously I still think that. As a sister, I do agree. If my sister Emma, that's 17, came to me and said she's dating like a 20-year-old, I would be like, no, bitch, no, the fuck you're not. Like, I wouldn't, just because I think that sadly, like this younger generation is way more dumber than ours was. So like,
you think so?
Yeah, it's like men wise, dude, just because like I don't know, like I've been seeing like the way
I think what's happening is there's a strong rivalry, but not between women being like, this is what I deserve, and men being like, that's not what you deserve. No, but you know what I mean? Like men also being like, well, this is the kind of man I am, and you need to be this woman.
But also I think it has to do and I hate to bring like geographics into this, but we live in San Bernardino, and the quality of men, sadly, at least like high schoolers, boys, and I know it's a conditioning from their environment that they think this way and act this way, but they're just, the quality of men there is not good. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, like, and my sisters know this, like, and I've seen the way they talk, I've seen the way they message, like, I've read messages, and I'm just like, bro, like, as parents, we're really failing, like, a lot of parents are really failing, like, educating their children. Like, it's sad. Like, they're not raising, like, good men. Like, these kids are just really dumb out here. Like, it's tough. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I personally, I agree. Like, especially now that I'm a parent, it's like, I do, especially as you get older, you look back and you're like, damn, I really shouldn't have done that. Or that was really stupid. Or that
Of course. And there are mistakes you have to make. I just think when it comes to, like, especially that, and it can happen obviously to men too, because I have friends. For sure. Yeah, like I had friends who were dating way older women, and I'm like, what? Yeah. Because like as a woman, the fuck are you doing dating a 16-year-old?
No,
Like I'm watching the OC right now. Have you seen that show?
No.
First of all, why are they trying to make it like it's so racist, to be honest? But it's, you know, it's a 2000
what
show.
Is it?
It's a show about rich people from Orange County, but the like fuck up kid is from Chino Hills. And I'm like, and he's like, oh yeah, you wouldn't survive in Chino. And I'm like, what? And there's a scene where like, Chino. No, dude, there's a scene where one of the girls is like, he's like, you're from Riverside, right? Like, you know the struggle then that we both go through. And I'm like, yo.
Riverside.
Yeah, like, why are they really trashing the IE in the show?
That's crazy.
I had never seen it. And in the show right now, one of the moms, who's like fucking probably like 40 or 30 or something, she's dating one of the, like her daughter's ex-boyfriend. And I'm like, yo, as a woman, as a 26-year-old young woman, dude, the fuck I look like messing with a 17-year-old.
Dude, low-key, I have a friend, and it's sad, but, well, no, she's not a friend, but more like a conocida, like someone that I've heard that, she's young, she's pretty, and her mom is like one of those women that just can't let go of the fact that she's not like young anymore. Mm-hmm. Like she's just any means necessary. Like she's gotten plastic surgery, like everything, you know, to just stay young. Like she just refuses to get old. That's gonna be me as a. And I get it, you know, because even me now being 25, I'm like crying because I'm like, no, like bitch, like what the fuck? I want to be 18 again, you know. And so I understand, but it's like you get to a point where like, girl, like I'm aging. That's just aging. Inevitable. It's inevitable. Like you can't like really, and it's sad because she will literally like this girl will show her mom like a picture of like this guy or something. She'll be like, oh, I can pull that guy. Like she'll make comments like that, and I'm just like, what? She even went as far as to go on a date. Like this girl went on a date with this guy, and then like a couple months later, her mom went on a date with him, and she found out because because I guess. That guy was upset with my friend for not my friend, like acquaintance for not like she didn't like the date, so she didn't pursue anything with him. So he turned around and months later he took out her mom, and she went and the mom already knew that she'd gone on a date with her own daughter. What? And she was just like, it's like she's trying to prove where it's like, oh, like oh look at me, like you think you're all that, like me too, bitch, like and from your own mom, bro, like what, like dude, that's crazy.
But imagine your mom fucking your boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend.
They were not exes, but imagine.
No, I know, but just like think of that.
I would cry.
I would no. This show is all kinds of wrong.
No, like, I would literally not cry like damn, like sad. Just cry like you're fucking weird. Like you're my mom, bro. Like,
no, literally.
Like, you're my mom. Like what the fuck?
Oh, dude.
That's wild.
Wild.
But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I hope your mom is a good mom.
I hope your mom doesn't fuck your ex.
But oh my god! Thank you for joining us today, besties. That'll be it for today.
But I wanted to remind everyone to vote.
Oh yes,
November 8th, or you can vote now through mail, or you can just vote. Okay, let's get Aquanetta Warren off as mayor, guys. That's my.
Who are you voting for?
I'm sorry, I had a hair in my mouth. I'm not gonna say who I'm voting for, but I'm trying to vote her out because. She's been in office since 2010.
Yeah, I've heard.
And she's the reason all the warehouses are in Fontana. So y'all need to get out there. Y'all need to vote. Even if you don't vote, you know, whatever, just do your research, guys, because it's important, especially the local ones, because those are the ones that are affecting the IE the most.
Okay.
So November 8th, turn in your ballot. Vote however you want. How are you going to post I voted on your Instagram story with the little sticker if you don't vote?
Sometimes they just send you like the voting ballot through the mail.
Yeah, I have it through the mail.
And it comes with a sticker already. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are just
bitches. Like, turn it in. Turn it in. They like put the little sticker.
Yeah, I'm dead.
But thank you guys. We had a wonderful time today.
Yes. All right, besties. And as always, you can find me bloomingvc.vig on Instagram and Twitter.
Oh, and find me at Steph Scott Milk on Earthing.
That's it.
Add me on Be Real, guys.